Hi folks, we want to talk again about our new Chief Steamer 75. We're here inside the house and we want to show you why I think this is going to be one of the best residential steamers out there. It's compact, as you can see. It's extremely lightweight, even filled with water. It only weighs about 15 or 16 pounds filled with water. It's going to be easy to move around your house, whether you need to roll it around on the wheels or if you got to carry it up and down stairs or to another room. So it's very, very compact. I like that it's lightweight, but we pack a lot of power in this machine. So inside the house, I think there's going to be obviously a lot of things that you can do inside your house that need to be cleaned. We're inside the kitchen. We're looking at the faucet, the stove top, the sink, the backsplash tiles, the kitchen cabinets. We go over to the refrigerator. We can clean that, the microwave oven. There's a lot of different things that you'll need to do inside the house to clean it. We're also going to do the floor. So we think that this machine combined with our floor mop is going to do an excellent job on smooth floors. The floor mop has been one of our most popular accessories, and it's going to pair up well with the new 75. So as you can see, our gun is slightly different than what we use on the 100 and the 125 machine, but our attachments are going to be the same thing. So our empty gun is still going to have the same look. This is our single hole nozzle. So if you need to do any blasting cleaning of steam, if we needed to clean like that, we would use our single hole nozzle. What we're going to do here is set up the floor mop. So, and again, our steam adjuster is on the gun. So going from maximum pressure down to very little pressure, we're adjusting that on the gun. So when we want to go to our floor mop, this has always been a little bit of a source of confusion in setting up the floor mop and the extender wands. So we're going to remove our single hole nozzle. We're left with an empty gun. To set up the floor mop, we're going to take our floor mop and a microfiber pad and just place our floor mop, which has Velcro on the bottom of the mop, and just line it up with the microfiber pad and set it up that way. Now, if we look at our floor mop itself, this is where we get our swivel from. So our swivel is coming here, and this 3-tab lock-in position here, we have 1, 2, and 3. That's going to show how we line up our elbow. Now we can't get the extender wand. The extender wand is not going to go right into the elbow. That's not the setup. We need this elbow. So this elbow has a notch on it. There's a notch. We're going to line it up at 3 o'clock. So here's our notch on the elbow, and we're going to put our slider into the very top position. At 3 o'clock, we're going to slide it in, and then we move it to the front, and then we can move our slider back to where we want, and then the mop will either swivel or lock in place as we go to use it. Now, to set up the rest of our mop, we're just going to use our extenders because we want to use it standing up. So we have our button on our elbow. We're going to slide one extender knob into the elbow. We're going to slide our other extender into the other one. Now that allows us to use the floor mop, and we're in the swivel position on the mop. So not only can the mop swivel this way, the mop can swivel this way. And now this just allows us, we have the button on this top of the extender. This allows us to slide it into our gun. Now we'll be able to use the mop standing up. And again, we don't need maximum steam pressure to do a hardwood floor, a tile floor, a laminate floor, or vinyl floor. So we can adjust our pressure coming out of the bottom of the mop, and it's going to take a minute for the steam to fill our microfiber pad and come billowing out. But this steam is extremely hot at this point. So now all we're going to do is we're going to walk around and mop the floor. And if you see one particular dirty spot, you can just work on it And we can deliver steam at all times. You don't need to deliver steam at all times. And if you feel the mop is getting a little bit too wet, then just back off your steam on the front of the gun. But because the mop is so wide and it's so smooth to use, we can cover a very, very large area in hardly any time at all. And that's what we have off the floor in just that small section. And I thought this floor was clean. I cleaned this floor probably 3 or 4 days ago, but we have a dog. I'm constantly going down to my shop in the basement. So I guess the floor got a little bit dirtier than I expected. But just that section made the mop pad this dirty. And we have a little residual wetness on the floor, but it's starting to dry already. And we don't need to do any more wiping. We can just move on to the next section. So if you back yourself away, you won't be standing in it, you won't have dirty footprints in it, and just tell nobody to come in the room for 5 or 6 minutes. So this is an excellent residential machine. We feel that this is the one to buy rather than going to buy a very inexpensive plastic machine that's not going to last that long and not going to perform. And again, if you're a detailer, an entry-level detailer, just doing this on the weekends, we think this is the machine to buy. If you already have one of our other Chief steamers, we would say this will make an excellent backup machine, but I don't really call this a backup. The only reason I would call this as a backup is because traditional boiler cap, so we can't touch the boiler cap while the machine's under pressure, and our capacity isn't huge, so you're really only going to get one car interior out of it. But as far as performance, this machine is an excellent performer, and we think this is the one to buy.